Hello, little lady. Hello, little lady. Welcome to another Monday, YouTube. Week 2 of annual leave. Just got a swim done. Now I'm just waiting on Dave to arrive, and then we're gonna get a social ride in, meet up with another mate, get a nice ride along Beach Road. I think it's meant to be a pretty good day today. And then we've got a physio appointment, and then we'll do a gym session after that. Have a good week, everyone. Let's go. Too much procrastination today and karma got me. That run was in the wet and the wind. And it wasn't very nice, but we got it done. 2 hours with some hills, ended up on about 23k. And that's all we have for today. I'm gonna get warm and have a relaxing night and get some recovery in. We'll see you soon. This is the best easy lunch, I reckon. 2 of those small tins of tuna, I think 200 grams in total. And then 90-second rice. Give it a mix, and it's got all your protein and all your carbs you need. You can mix up the flavors with both the tuna and the rice. Perfect. Easy at work, easy at home. It's more of my work meal, but I just got back from training and need something to eat, and that was just easy. But anyway, it's Thursday today. We didn't catch up yesterday, so yesterday, Wednesday, we did our morning gym session. Then we did our track session with no extra running, like just the track drills, and I think it was 7x500 meter dribble bleeds. And then the swim, which was predominantly 200 meters with 30 seconds in between, building through the 200 meter efforts, totaling 2,600 meters, which I think is the longest swim I've done since Ironman New Zealand, and definitely the most effort I've put into a swim, like in terms of those building through the 200s by the last 50. I wouldn't say it was hard or max, but it was the most I've pushed the shoulder in recent memory, and felt alright, ached a little bit through the middle, but then resolved, and it feels alright today. So good news there, hopefully. And then today, we just did a trainer ride. That was 90 minutes with 6 5-minute efforts at 295 watts. I think the legs are just toast the last couple of days. It was meant to be in TT position, but I couldn't hold that through them, but we got it done anyway. So yeah, just ticking them off, and then just did a brick run that was 7x1k efforts, building to 430 by 500 meters, and then holding around there. A bit hard because it was pretty windy. I think we ended up going a little bit quicker than we were meant to, but anyway, that's done. The day's done now. As I said, just ticking boxes. Tomorrow we've got, I think, a 4-hour ride and then a swim. So yeah, leading into the weekend. Hopefully everyone has a good weekend. We'll talk to you soon. It is blowing a gale out here today. That was a struggle. We're 2 hours in to a 4-hour ride. We might not quite get it all done, but we'll be with a tailwind on the way home now, so should be good for some Strava PBs. Hard bits done, hopefully. Just gotta hope that the rain holds off. It's not looking overly promising. I'm so over this wind. Last couple of days of winter, bring on spring. Let's go. Alright, YouTube, we definitely didn't beat the rain earlier. Got bloody saturated on the ride back to Frankston. And we got 3.5 hours done, and then we just had to head home after that because we had an exercise physiologist appointment, which was all good, just doing some program modification post that, but nothing too interesting to talk about. And we've just done a swim this evening, which was only 1,600, but it was 750 meters continuous, and then 3x100 with 50 at a lower and 50 at a higher stroke rate, and then 500 meters continuous. And I pushed the shoulder a little bit harder than I have done through this process. So I think the continuous efforts were somewhere around the mid 140s, and the shorter efforts were in the 130s. And I definitely did get a bit of an ache in the shoulder but post finishing while sitting in the steam room, it seemed to resolve pretty quick. So hopefully nothing to worry about there. We'll just monitor it tomorrow, I suppose. We've just got gym tomorrow. That's the only thing we've got, because we got the Dollies playing in an elimination final, so we're trekking across the city to see that. Hopefully they get up there and go straight through to a home prelim in 2 weeks' time. And then it's just Sunday, where we've got a key ride and I think a run off the bike, so I'll probably end up catching up then. But have a good weekend, YouTube. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Up the Dollies. Saturday morning, let's get it. YouTube, serious moment now. We got our gym session done this morning. That was fine. We trekked over to the other side of the city to see the Dollies play Footscray in their qualifying final, and they lost by quite the margin. It was probably their worst game of the season by far. But that's okay. They get a second chance. They'll get a home semi-final next weekend, so that'll be all right. I'm sure they'll bounce back and we'll get back up and about. So got home and we got a swim done. That was a positive, actually. We did 2,700 meters, with the most part being sets of 300 on 15-second rest intervals. And still had a little bit of that ache, but again, didn't get any worse. Was no worse than yesterday. It feels fine now, so I think we're on the right track. Fingers crossed. But that's it. It's a sad night to be a Dollies supporter, but the fairy tale's not over. It's just on hiatus until next weekend. Let's go, Dollies. And that's it for Saturday night. See you tomorrow. Sunday night, YouTube. We're just chilling with the little lady here. Today we did a 3.5 hour ride, which was a 30-minute social spin, and then 3 sort of main sets within each of the 3 hours. First was big gear efforts of 5, 10 and 15 minutes with a 5-minute spin in between each. And then we did 5 by 4 minutes seated hill reps, aiming at 50 to 70 cadence. And then finally in the last hour, we did 3 by 15 minute TT efforts at IM race pace, with 5-minute spin between each. And for that, I was just aiming for either 230 watts or 150s heart rate. But we got that done. It was all a bit of a disaster again. Had punctures to both the front and back wheels. So I think I am just going to get rid of that rubber, because that is, just keep getting punctures, ruining workouts. We still got it done, so we ticked the box, but yeah, it was a little bit broken fixing those issues. And then off the bike, we had a 1 hour 10, 1 hour 20-ish run, which was primarily 10 1K efforts, building to 4:30 pace by 500 meters, and then holding. And I felt pretty wrecked sort of going through that, so gonna get a good sleep tonight. But yeah, so end of another week. Made some good improvements overall. Running, I think we hit about 55k volume, which is the most I've done recently. The knee has been sort of niggling a little bit with this maybe ITB pain, I don't know. Only very mild, but we're just keeping an eye on it. And the swimming, we did 9k volume this week, which was up 3k from last week, which included 2,700 meter swim, which is the most I've done since Ironman New Zealand, I think. Again, still getting some mild aches in the shoulder, but seems to be remaining at bay for now. So fingers crossed it stays that way. And that's about it. Yeah, new week tomorrow. Hopefully everyone has a good week. We're halfway through leave, another 2 weeks off. So we'll get some more good training in. So otherwise, we'll talk to you soon. Stay healthy, stay active.